field for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Let's hear it for him. All right, tier parking, it's your turn now. They're on the back straightaway. Let's hear it for them. The Great Smoky Mountains. Will we have a great 60 lapper? We'll find out. And Brady Cup will report from the Heartbeat Hot Sauce pits. We'll do it one more time and then we'll double them out. Heartbeat Hot Sauce available on Amazon.com. Check out your favorite flavors as well. Support them to support us here at the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Thanks again to Roger Sellers, his daughter Casey Moses. Second year in a row, this has paid $50,000 to win. They're ready. Brady Cup will interview the top five in Lucas Oil Victory Lane. Who will be on the podium tonight in the Big River Steel podium? Spencer Hughes and Chris Ferguson. Mississippi and North Carolina. Here in the Great Smoky Mountains at the Racing Free Roll Start Zone. This is the Dixie Chopper. Feel the thunder at Smoky. Ferguson out in front of that Team Zero. Bloomquist Clements down the back straightaway. The PCC Motorsports 11 runs in second. RTJ is third. Off of turn 4, it's still Fergie out in front. Carson Ferguson runs in fifth. Down the back straightaway with a two-time and now reigning Schaefer's Oil Spring Nationals champion of that 93 car. As you see Davenport and Thornton battling it out. That is for third and fourth. Strickler is sixth, and it's Hudson O'Neill, Jimmy Owens, Dalton Wilson, and Tim McCready, your top 10. Reading the record books is now Davenport. Trying to go back-to-back in major events, winning the $129,000 Dirt Late Model Dream last Saturday night at Tony Stewart's Eldora Speedway. Right now, running in the fourth spot. As he works to the bottom of Ricky Thornton Jr., Chris Ferguson has about an 8-car length lead over Spencer Hughes. And Tyler Bruning has trouble in turn number 2. I'm not sure if he's got a tire down or what for the Decorah, Iowa driver. Not sure if there's damage on the right front. Looks like he got in the wall here on the front straightaway for Tyler Bruning. So the Gorsuch Performance Solutions caution is out for the driver looking for his first National Touring Series win of his career. There's Garrett Alberson into the hot pit. The Heartbeat Hot Sauce hot pit. Brady Cup, give us an update on the defending O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year.
And looking at the right side of Garrett Alberson, and they're jacking it up, trying to see the reaching up under toward the fifth coil. And possible one of the shocks. Looks just like they're just making an adjustment to the right rear shock, James.
Well, he started 23rd. As you see Tyler Bruning, and let's see, he's still got his helmet on as they race to see what they're going to do with the Capital 16 car, owned by his father, Greg Bruning. Fear the Beard down there, trying to get back in this. Tyler Bruning, he ran well here last night in the top 10. Started at 18th here tonight as he brings out the first caution of the race. So we'll see what Tyler Bruning is going to do, if he will continue as he turns his car around. Brandon Overton also down in the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit in 76. Third in the points, started in 21st as he makes his way back out onto the racetrack. So 4 laps in the books. Chris Ferguson is your race leader in car number 22. As Overton and Bruning back out. So we'll go Delaware double file restart. So Spencer Hughes is going to pick the inside of the racetrack on Ricky Thornton Jr. Then it's Jonathan Davenport, Carson Ferguson, Kyle Strickler, Hudson O'Neill, Dalton Wilson, Jimmy Owens, Tim McCready, and Tyler Erb. So Chris Ferguson and his father, Brian Conard's 22 car, showing the way here early on at Smoky Mountain. Trying to pick up the third $50,000 victory of his career as they come into turn number 4 with Spencer Hughes and Ricky Thornton Jr. at turn number 4 at the Racing Freeways restart zone. We are underway back again in the Mountain Moonshine Classic, and Ricky Thornton Jr. is going to go to second. Thornton now for the lead on turn number 2. Rides the middle groove down the back straight. Chris Ferguson still shows the way. About 1 car length now as they come out of turn number 4. Great camera shots here on Flow Racing all night long as Chris Ferguson maintains the lead with 5 scored. Thornton is second, Hughes is third, then it's Carson Ferguson, Jonathan Davenport in 5th as they roll down the back straightaway to turn 3. Now on the bottom, how about this battle back here? Carson Ferguson, Jonathan Davenport, they make contact on the front straightaway. And now they're 2 by 2. Strickler and O'Neill. Here comes Hudson O'Neill up top. He'll work around as Carson Ferguson. Right in front of him, O'Neill on the bottom. They go side by side, and Hudson O'Neill will gain the spot. Chris Ferguson still leads at 22. 7 in the books. Jimmy Owens trying to make his way up through there right now, running at 8th. So it's Chris Ferguson, Ricky Thornton Jr., Spencer Hughes 3rd, Jonathan Davenport 4th, Hudson O'Neill is 5th. Hudson O'Neill started 7th, up 2 spots here early on. Battle back here between Dalton Wilson and Jimmy Owens. Down the main straightaway. 52 laps to go, 8 in the books. Not missing anything up front. It's about a 6-car length lead for Chris Ferguson. Battle back here between Dalton Wilson and Tyler. But here comes Tim McCready and Max Blair on a turn 4. So up front, it's still Chris Ferguson, Ricky Thornton Jr., Spencer Hughes rides in 3rd. As Chris Ferguson rolls out of turn number 4 down the main straightaway. Thornton 2nd. Then it's Hughes, Davenport, O'Neill, Carson Ferguson, Kyle Strickler. As Kyle Strickler throws a slider in turn number 2, Ferguson crosses him over. Carson Ferguson back in the spot. Chris still leads. They are going at it back here. The North Carolinians going at it. Carson Ferguson and Kyle Strickler into 1. Jimmy Owens trying to make it work in the 20. In the Kohler Motorsports rocket down the back straightaway. He has a run on Kyle Strickler to turn number 3. On the bottom, and Jimmy Owens will gain the spot. Jimmy Owens started in position number 9, and Strickler's right at it at the line by a nose. It's Strickler. 12 in the books. Still Carson Ferguson running. Now back in 6th. Strickler is 7th, and it's Owens in 8th. Chris Ferguson maintains the lead. Good battle here between Jimmy Owens and Strickler gets it back. Ricky Thornton Jr. still 2nd. Hughes is 3rd. Davenport and Hudson O'Neill your top 5. As we are going to start to work some traffic here down the main straightaway. Ricky Thornton Jr. about 5 car lengths back as they enter turn number 1. 14 laps scored here tonight. Chris Ferguson into turn number 3. Again, Spencer Hughes running in 3rd. Davenport 4th. Hudson O'Neill. There's Ricky Thornton Jr. Sporting that Midwest Sheep and Alloying spoiler, indicating the current Lucas Oil Late 100 Series points leader. He trails Chris Ferguson down the back straightaway as they work lap number 16 off of turn 4. One caution so far as we go to the double box on the screen here on MAP TV on Flow Racing. I believe all 24 starters still running in this race. And right now, Chris Ferguson is picking up the tail end of the field. This will be the chance for Thornton, Hughes, Davenport, and O'Neill. Out at turn number 2, there you see Hudson O'Neal working the top. Down the back straightaway, O'Neal has a run on Davenport. Davenport shuts the door. O'Neal thought about it to the inside. He'll take to the inside. This is the battle for 4th and 5th. O'Neal will slide up the track at the line. Who's it going to be? By half a car length, it's JD into 1. 18 laps in the record books here tonight. Chris Ferguson has led every one of them so far here at Smoky Mountain. Spencer Hughes still 3rd, Davenport and O'Neal. Good battle here for 4th and 5th as they try to stay within contact of the 22 and the 20 RT into turn 3. Chris Ferguson picking up the tail end of the field. He is going to put a lap here shortly on Brandon Overton. Brandon Overton coming off a rough week at Eldora last weekend, and there he goes around him. So Overton goes a lap down. Chris Ferguson, and here comes the 20 RT through the middle. Chris Ferguson still shows the way. Into turn number 1, 20 laps in the books. Now Thornton is there into turn number 3. Here comes RTJ working the bottom. That Todd and Mickey Burns, 20 RT. Clements Power to Longhorn into turn 1 behind the Clements Power teams. Here they go side by side in turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Fergie and RTJ battling it out here at Smoky Mountain. A good one so far. Out in turn number 4. 23 laps in the record books for the 22. They battle out of turn number 2. Still heavy traffic in front of them into turn number 3. Spencer Hughes is still 3rd, digging hard. 4th remains Hudson O'Neal. 5th is Jonathan Davenport. Then it's Carson Ferguson and Kyle Strickler, your top 7. Whoa, O'Neal now making a move on the 11 car, and Hudson O'Neal takes the spot. So Hudson O'Neal up to 3rd after starting at 7th down the back straightaway. What a week it has been so far. 7th in the Dirt Lane Dream. He won $100,000 at Kokomo, Indiana on Monday night. Out in turn number 2, Thornton O'Diamond off the corner down the back straightaway. Thornton will have a run on Fergie into turn 3. And Ricky Thornton Jr. briefly grabs the lead. It's only officials at the start-finish line. Out in turn number 4, new race leader is Ricky Thornton Jr. in the 20 RT with 26 scored. So Thornton grabs the lead. Carson Ferguson still up there in the top 6. Chris Ferguson is still in 2nd now. Off at turn number 4 down the main straightaway. Still heavy traffic as Hudson O'Neal pedaling hard in the Rocket 1. Hudson O'Neal, that top shelf as he goes into turn number 3. There you see Thornton. There you see Ferguson. O'Neal here in a lap or 2 will come into your screen. There he is right there off at turn 4. We're about to have a 3-car tussle for the lead. With 32 laps to go. Thornton now around the 16 of Tyler Bruning. He'll slide him into 3. Out in turn number 4, RTJ still. Meanwhile, a battle back here between the 49 and the 11. They are going at it side by side. Spencer Hughes, who sat on the pole, and Jonathan Davenport. Sporty battle there for 4th and 5th. They are going at it side by side. They're trying to catch these top 3. Behind them is Carson Ferguson, Kyle Strickler, Jimmy Owens, Tyler Erb, Dalton Wilson. As we work 30 down, 30 to go at the halfway mark. As they work lap number 31. 29 to go. Spencer Hughes still 4th, Davenport 5th. We're going to double the box here up as the 476 out of the race. Brandon over to 3rd of the points is called it a night. Good battles all over the track at the side of the top 5. There's a battle here between Spencer Hughes and Jonathan Davenport. 28 to go here at Smoky Mountain. It's still Ricky Thornton Jr., Chris Ferguson, Hudson O'Neal, your top 3. And right now, battle for 2nd. Here comes O'Neal on the bottom out of turn number 2. Ferguson up top. They go side by side into 3. Hudson O'Neal started 7th. They go at it. Chris Ferguson and Hudson O'Neal. Chris Ferguson still has the spot with 26 to go. 34 in the record books. Ricky Thornton Jr., Chris Ferguson, Hudson O'Neal, Jonathan Davenport, Spencer Hughes, Dale McDowell calls it a race at 17M, heads to the hot pit. Out of this one. 25 to go for the 20 RT. There's second place, Chris Ferguson. Third is Hudson O'Neal. Ricky Thornton Jr. started in fourth in the 20 RT. And right now, there's the battle. O'Neal slides in front of Chris Ferguson in turn number 2. Ferguson the crossover down the back straightaway. It looks side by side for second. As you see a smoking Tyler Bruning in front of this pair here. And Hudson O'Neal retakes the second spot. Officially that time around with 23 to go. So 37 in the books. O'Neal climbing to second. Only one caution so far. Right now, O'Neal's got some ground to make up. Davenport, then it's Hughes, Carson Ferguson, Strickler, Owens, Tyler Erb, Dalton Wilson, and Tim McCready. They are your top 11. As Thornton working around traffic, he's got about a straightaway lead over Hudson O'Neal. We'll have 20 to go coming up. Good battle back here between Spencer Hughes, Carson Ferguson, and Kyle Strickler down the back straightaway. 20 laps remaining. The battle for fifth you see still on your screen. Out of turn 4, Carson Ferguson working the bottom. There's Ricky Thornton Jr. 20 to go for 20 RT. 40 in the books. Anthony Burrows, the crew chief, on the 20 RT. Todd and Vicky Burns, the car owners. They hail out of Morgantown, Indiana, down the main straightaway. Kyle Strickler running in 7th, and it's Owens, Tyler, Dalton Wilson 10th. Carson Ferguson remains in 6th. As you see them, he is in front of Strickler. And you have McCready and Max Blair, the top 12. Strickler and Carson Ferguson going at it. Still the battle for North Carolina down the back straightaway. Battle for position. Remember, this race is good paying. $50,000 to win, $20,000 for second, $10K. Then $8,000, $7,000, $6,000 for 6th. Battling for some good money right there in those positions. And right now, it's Ricky Thornton Jr. behind the 99, and Devin Moran. He still has about a straightaway lead over Hudson O'Neal. Thornton comfortably out in front. Down the back straightaway. We'll have 15 to go coming up next time around. 45 laps in the record books tonight for the 20 RT, the Big River Steel. Car in the 1, working around the 99 of Devin Moran, puts him a lap down. Moran 5th in the points. Ricky Thornton Jr., one of the top talents we've seen come along. We knew he could do it. He's won in modifieds, micro sprints, stock cars. He's done it all. He showed his talents on the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. And right now, leading the championship points, sporting that Midwest Sheet Metal spoiler, and 13 laps away from a $50,000 victory. Davenport in 4th, Spencer Hughes in 5th. Right now, Ricky Thornton Jr., Hudson O'Neal and Chris Ferguson and Jonathan Davenport are not that far apart. Here's a pass here. Working the pass is Tyler Erb on the outside, and Jimmy Owens 2x2 there briefly. Strickler has gotten around Carson Ferguson. Here comes Turbo in 1. Tyler Erb comes in 9th in the points, trying to move up. He makes the move side by side of the turn number 4, and still Carson Ferguson has the spot. That's the battle for 7th and 8th. 10 to go coming up for Ricky Thornton Jr., the 32-year-old. Formerly out of Chandler, Arizona, Adele, Iowa, now Martinsville, Indiana. He's a Hoosier. As they head out of turn number 2, there he goes into 3 behind Earl Pearson Jr. 9 laps to go. Ricky Thornton Jr. into turn 1. He will take Earl Pearson Jr., put him a lap down out of 2. Battle back here continues. That's a $10,000 difference, by the way, the battle there. Second is 20. Third is 10. O'Neal has it right now. Strickler, Carson Ferguson, Herb Owens, McCready, your top 10. One caution. Thornton off at turn 4. Clear the best car. Once he grabbed the lead, he has been gone and unchallenged. As he gets down the back straightaway, we'll have 6 laps to go. that hard break of the Show Me 100. Into turn number 1. He'll have 5 laps to go next time around. As he comes out of turn 4, smooth on the wheel. 5 to go for RTJ down the straightaway. In Hudson O'Neal, Ferguson, Davenport. Still a battle back here for 4th and 5th, or about 5th and 6th rather, between Spencer Hughes and Strickler. And Strickler just made a move on the inside, and Kyle Strickler's gotten around Hughes. As they battle into turn 3, they're still side by side. Thornton, 4 laps to go. And meanwhile, back here, there's Strickler and Hughes going at it. Again, that is for 5th and 6th. Spencer Hughes started on the pole here tonight. Ricky Thornton Jr. started outside of row number 2. 2 laps to go coming up. Now Carson Ferguson on the 11. 11 losing some grip. Spencer back on the bottom, down the back straightaway. And meanwhile, it is still Ricky Thornton Jr. in complete control. White flag. 1 lap to go for the 20 RT. Will follow him around. For his 8th Lucas Oil Late 100 Series win of the year. The 13th overall in his career. Remember, he's got to go through tech. He's got to go through the scales and the droop rules. He comes onto turn number 4, and Ricky Thornton Jr. has won the Mountain Moonshine Classic here at Smoky Mountain Speedway. Takes the checkers first. 2nd spot will go to the 1 of Hudson O'Neal. 3rd, Chris Ferguson. 4th, Jonathan Davenport. 5th is Strickler. 6th, Carson Ferguson. 7th, Tyler. 8th, Spencer Hughes. 9th, Jimmy Owens. 10th is Tim McCready. Well, Chris Ferguson led the first 25 laps of this race. And then Ricky Thornton Jr. starting in 4th, took the lead on lap 26 and dominated the rest of this race. As he goes to the scales, first bit of business for the 20 RT, the Todd and Vicky Burns Big River Steel Clements powered Longhorn. He's got a thumbs up. Now the next step. So unofficially, Hudson O'Neal 2nd. 3rd goes to Chris Ferguson. 4th, Jonathan Davenport. Anthony Burrows there, the crew chief, former fullback for the University of Alabama. Part of the 1992 national title team for the Crimson Tide. Christopher Jaco. On the crew as well, along with DJ Williams. Thornton up on the concrete pad. It's good. It's good. Ricky Thornton Jr. does it in dominating fashion tonight, taking the lead on lap 26, leading the rest of the way in the SSI Motorsports Longhorn. He will come to Lucas Oil Victory Lane. We will talk to the top 5 here shortly. Brady Cup will. Don't forget, fans, we still have the Sportsman feature to go. It'll be a while before you get out of here. Hey, thanks to each and every one of you for coming out tonight. We appreciate it. We hope you enjoyed it. I know Ricky Thornton Jr. enjoys it, Brady Cup. A $50,000 win for the hottest driver in dirt late model racing, and he'll continue to lead the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series points headed to Lernerville next week.
And we talked to him last night, and he put on a show here tonight. Like you said, he took the lead on lap number 26. Smooth as silk the rest of the way. Huge win for Ricky Thornton Jr. It just helps solidify he is the hottest driver in the country right now in dirt late model racing. We'll wait for him to get the victory lane set up. Hudson O'Neill pulls in behind him. He started 7th. Hudson O'Neill coming up in 2nd. Not a bad week for Hudson O'Neill. He won $100,000 on Monday night. Got $20,000 here at Smoky Mountain Speedway as Ricky Thornton Jr. pulls into victory lane here at Smoky Mountain Speedway. Very unique trophy, James Essex. Kind of a wood carving of a mountain man from the Smoky Mountains. Of course, he's got his moonshine jug with him as well. It's a very neat trophy here at Smoky Mountain Speedway for the Mountain Moonshine Classic. Folks, here he comes out. Put your hands together for your Mountain Moonshine Classic winner, Ricky Thornton Jr. We'll get him over here. Ricky, what a weekend for you. You started 4th here tonight. You bided your time. Lap 26, you got around the leader there and smooth as silk the rest of the way. $50,000, your 8th Lucas Late Model Dirt Series win of the year. Great night tonight for you, Ricky Thornton Jr.
Awesome night for us. I was glad they went out and worked it there before the feature. It made it so you could run the top in both corners there for a while. And Fergie got out front, and that's kind of the downside of leading here. You just really leading anywhere. You can't move around. Where luckily I was able to move around and kind of see what was better and worse. And I don't know. I moved down to the middle, and wouldn't really say it was any faster, but I can just make more consistent laps. And then finally that top slowed down enough where I was able to get to Chris, and then he started moving around trying to search, but by then really it was almost too late for him. So I was able to get by him. Luckily, the lap cars were in the way or anything like that. So pretty cool. Wish my wife, my kids were here. Hopefully we can do it again next week with them here.
Hey, I know they're at home. Happy Father's Day to you. Got a unique trophy here to congratulate you with. But, man, just an outstanding performance all weekend long.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. I mean, I'm just the guy that's lucky enough to get to drive it. Burrows, Jaco, DJ, Jace, Olivia Tires, Darla. They're the ones that put it all together and make it fast. I'm just the one that's lucky enough to hold the steering wheel. So got to thank Big River Steel, Clements Racing Engines, Hoker Trucking, Bill Stein Shocks, Midwest Sheet Metal, Longhorn Chassis, my crew, my wife, everybody for buying T-shirts. I definitely appreciate everybody.
And you'll have your souvenir trailer back very soon. It's time to celebrate, folks. One more time, let's hear it for your Mountain Moonshine Classic winner, Ricky Thornton Jr. And we'll be back here to your 2nd place finisher in the Rocket House car number 1. Talking with car owner Mark Richards. And hey, good weekend for you. You won $100,000 on Monday night. You got $20,000 here tonight. You started 7th and finished up 2nd. Great night for this Rocket House team, Hudson O'Neill.
Yeah, it really was. We just got behind yesterday qualifying and had to start farther back in one of those prelims, and we were just able to salvage our way up through. Every race we just kept getting a little bit better and a little bit better, and we had a really good race car. I just had used my stuff up so hard around that top trying to get to 2nd, and then by the time I got to 2nd, that Ricky was driving off and I was running out of steam. So but we're happy with second for where we're starting seventh, and I think this racetrack turned out to be way better than everybody thought it was going to be. We raced all over it for 40 or 50 laps of it, so they can't hang their head about that. They did a good job, and congratulations to Ricky. There was a little bit of redemption for what happened to him at the Show Me, so it's cool to see them get one, and we'll see what we can do at Maryville.
All smiles here for second place finisher Hudson O'Neill.
Yeah, thank you.
And we'll be back to your outside pole sitter. And he started on the outside, the front row. You got a smile on your face, too. Good weekend for you, Chris Ferguson. As James Essig mentioned, you don't get to race a whole lot, but your dad is here tonight. Happy Father's Day to him. Hey, $10,000 richer here tonight at Smoky Mountain Speedway. Congratulations.
I appreciate it, man. Congratulations to Ricky and Hudson. That was some good racing there. I had a lot of fun out there. The track crew, man, hats off to Smoky Mountain. They did a great job getting this thing turned around tonight. Just had a lot of fun out there, and, man, it's thankful to be up here again.
And again, you had a good night last night. You came in here with a lot of momentum. Can't deny, third place is a very good finish here at Smoky Mountain Speedway among these Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series regulars.
Yeah, it is, man. I'm just happy to be leading some laps with Ricky. Ricky's on a tear this year, so, like I said, I hate that he got one took away from him that showed me, but he got a little redemption tonight. So, but thanks to all my crew. I just want to give all these guys a shout out. They done a great job all weekend. Thanks to my girlfriend Jenna for busting her butt this week and helping out in the merchandise trailer. Thanks to my mom for doing a great job all weekend in the merchandise trailer. All of the people that helped her, all my crew, my brother, Tadpole at home, all the regular crew guys that aren't here. I appreciate you guys, and want to thank all my sponsors. Thank y'all for watching. Thanks to all the fans for tuning in. Thanks to all my fans, man. I'm super thankful, and like I said, happy Father's Day to all the fathers. Happy Father's Day to my dad. He gives up a lot for me, and we butt heads a lot, but I wouldn't have it any other way.
Good, solid third place finish for Chris Ferguson.